2.
Greetings
PM.
from within the gin bottle.
Yay! Today on the show, we'll be drinking.
Gin.
Wow, so many things. We'll be drinking Hayman's of London, which is a London dry gin, produced and bottled in England.
England, I say.
Has a very pretty bottle.
It does.
I really like the
It's
bottle.
quite nice.
And you know,
And I like the cork.
I like the cork too. It has a cork at the top with a seal that looks like those king seals for stamping in their oppression.
Ah,
And,
yes.
and
It's
it had
usually
like
in the
a
ring, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Just
That one with the
They
red
carry
wax.
the authority.
That one. And at the top of the bottle, it had like the seal,
Yeah.
but it was like the same, like it was a pattern off of the blue. It was very pretty.
Nice.
It's a clear bottle with a blue label. It's called Hayman's. It tastes very nice. It tastes like it smells like a gin and tonic before it becomes a gin and tonic. It's a very polite,
It's very
gentle
nice.
breeze kind of gin. Gin is great.
It flows nicely into
It
your
flows
throat.
nicely into your throat. Ah! You know, last week I was writing on Twitter about how the great thing about blowjobs.
I know to expect this. And yet, every time, I'm just like, Allah. Wait, what? Okay, proceed.
I'm gonna say, the great thing about blowjobs
Yeah?
is that the COVID test won't hurt. I promise you guys. I promise you guys. If you've ever given a blowjob, or deep-throated a nigga, or stuck your toothbrush far too far down in practice for blowjobs, you'll be fine.
So, yeah, you can hack.
I mean, okay. I think Knesset Sol were just exaggerating for. So they did COVID tests on the episode,
Oh, okay.
and I was just like, guys, I've had this test. It's not this bad. And then I was like, they don't give blowjobs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why they're like,
But, huh?
what? What were you about to
What?
say? What dirty
Nothing.
men of men were you about to hang out in this bitch?
Nothing.
But seriously, guys, it's not that bad. If you are scared of your symptoms, get checked. For which is, you know, a rule that applies to many other things. Get checked.
Get
It's
checked.
not that bad, I promise. They just go down your touch that dangly thing right in the back of your throat.
Hey, some Cardi B shit. Meals ain't ready.
The nose one is worse. The throat one isn't bad. According to my roommate, I did not even flinch.
You were just there comfortably. Comfortability.
It wasn't that bad. The nose thing is just weird because I had no idea my nose was that long. Anyway,
The sinus is a deep, deep cavity.
I had no idea. How come nose fucking isn't a thing? I'm just checking. Like, people are eating toes, fisting, you know, things that places, they shouldn't go there. How come the nose, the way it's long, it reaches like your eye. Like, I felt like the thing was going to wave in my eye.
it's too close to your fucking brain and shit. It's a
Ah.
sensitive area.
Ah. See, that's what the skull is for. Don't even need to buy a condom.
This
You have
opening is
protection.
not big. It's not that big.
The asshole is not bigger than your nostril.
It is.
It is?
It expands. The things I've seen come out of my ass.
Got it? We are together.
Like, hey, wait.
Kuna
Whew,
sphincters.
sheesh.
Mm.
Man, you feel tired for 2 days.
Do you look back at your poop when you poop?
Yeah, you have to check.
Okay, just checking.
Check your poop, guys.
I know it sounds like we're talking about COVID and poop. Today, we're not. What we're talking about today is...
Oh, it's not funny.
I mean, it's not funny. It's
Okay.
losing your job.
Yeah.
So, today morning, I woke up. The sun was shining.
Sun was shining.
And then I did some exercise.
Uh-huh.
And it didn't kill me. Kylie, did it kill you? The exercise. Were you okay?
you were dead.
Okay. I apologize.
Don't touch your sorry.
Is it too late now?
Say sorry.
We did exercises like a COVID did. We did exercises. It was abs and core.
Beat by abs and core.
And core, yeah. And then I had meetings back to back today because even as a freelancer, you must attend people's meetings, and it's very annoying because you would think as a freelancer it saves you from this. Also, I did a conversation on freelancers and money on Gakiberi's Instagram Live, otherwise known as the Financial Therapist. You can go hear it on her Instagram, which is the Financial Therapist _Africa.
The Financial Therapist _Africa.
Yes, we talk about how to save when you have 3 bob.
Yeah, when you have 3 bob, you
Yeah.
save nothing but
Exactly.
your soul.
Exactly. Right? It's so we talk about how to, manage your 3 bob.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had meetings back to back. One of the meetings was a contract review for a contract that I had signed. One of those contracts that's like renewed yearly.
Yeah, like a basketball contract.
Oh, those are renewed yearly?
It depends on the deal you have. Some
Really?
is like a year, some is 2 years, some is 5 years.
I did not know this. So like for
It's-
Formula 1.
Yeah.
Ah.
So whatever time period you agree on is the renewal period. Usually, I guess for freelancers, it's a year.
Yeah, so it's a year. So last year it was renewed.
Yeah.
This year, according to today, it has not been renewed.
Oh.
Took about 10 minutes for them to tell me. And I felt so stupid, huh? Let me tell you why I felt stupid. So they were like, so how do you think this year has gone? I was like, I think we've done so well. We hit some of our targets, and I think, generally the team has really come together to produce blah, 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 blah. Like, I went on and on this spiel about how well I think everything was going. And then they were like, well, actually.
Well, actually, you're wrong, my child.
I was just like, why did you let me go on and on about how well I think things are going? Why do companies do that? It's so
Because
annoying.
companies are dickheads.
That's true. I was very upset. And so they were like, so your contract hasn't been renewed. Now, guys, I've been freelancing for a while. It's been a long time since a contract of mine has not been renewed. Usually, I quit. Or the company leaves the country. Or something,
It's not you.
It's not me who's being told. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this rejection. Have you ever had a contract not renewed or told, we do not need your services any longer, sir?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Usually leave.
I don't usually have long-term contracts.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Like a freelancer,
Yeah.
basically.
Freelance life. There's not many times you're going to have long-term contracts. Yeah.
I remember there was a job that you had at this place where you just started coming later and later because you were
Yeah,
like,
man. It was uninspiring. When you're going to work and you're like, the fuck, I'm going to do that same dead shit again today. And again, it's going to be as non-impactful and as insignificant as it was before. And it's just like, you can't convince yourself.
does your work have to be impactful for you to do it? For
It
you
has to be
personally,
good.
as okay.
Yeah, and for me, the thing about my work is, for it to be good, everybody has to do a good job.
I see what you mean. Like
It's
the
not
person.
just me. I can show up and be the best I can be, but if the person I'm working with doesn't do a good job, it counts for nothing.
Like the guy handling the finances,
Yeah.
or the guy who is supposed to set up the location,
Yeah.
or the guys who are supposed to be getting your equipment.
Yeah, or
I
the
get that.
people who are telling the story. It's like
Yeah,
everybody has to be on point.
as opposed to just showing up to be seen your face, which is what a lot of companies do.
Yeah.
I had that problem with this company as well. It was very like, we have a hierarchy. This is the boss. This is the
This
thing.
is the one. Like, listen, man.
This is
I don't care
your
if this is
role.
the boss or not. I'm telling you, this thing is stupid. Don't do it.
This thing is stupid, don't do it. Or if you want it done different. I don't know. There was a lot of, and then there was a lot of that. If you ask questions, you're penalized.
Yeah. It's some authoritarian type bullshit.
Yeah. So, like, I haven't super experienced a lot of this in my freelancing. So, for example, I regularly freelance / contribute to The Nation, right?
Yeah.
The Nation will let you ask questions. They will listen. They don't really care what your answer is, but they let you ask questions and you won't be penalized for asking questions.
It's like,
This one,
ask away, child.
I think I asked one question a year later. My contract has not been renewed. I honestly believe like those things are linked. Like you can't, guys.
Can't tell me.
I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, all I do is the asking of the questions. Like I don't know what you guys wanted from me. Anyway, so I was kind of like weird about dealing with like the rejection. Like you guys don't want me anymore. What are we doing? It felt like a breakup, but not
And
as
you know the
serious.
funny thing is it's not like you were particularly, reveling at the idea of going
No.
back there.
I wasn't. And you know why, guys? I've been bitching about this job. I've been bitching about it since my last contract was renewed. I've been bitching about it. Paka today when they said that, I was just like, okay, so I guess God decided that since he has had me bitching for a whole year, he's like, listen, bitch, like, do you
Just
want
go
this
away,
job
yeah.
or nah? Like, you know? But yeah, so I've been bitching about it. So I don't know why I'm feeling so rejected.
That's
I
what
think,
that's the interesting part. It's like even in the face of
year
all-
long.
yeah,
Yeah.
grievances
So many grievances. I think
basically a lack of
enthusiasm
yeah, you
and
can still
cohesion
feel rejected.
and direction
Yeah.
and leadership and clarity. I'm still like, really, guys? But I'm
I'm
fucking
the
delight.
yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I think it's also like, I think if they hadn't renewed my contract, I wouldn't have had the guts to quit, which is surprising for me. I feel like I'm generally
Gutsy as fuck.
gutsy as fuck and okay with quitting jobs. Like, I don't
Hey.
put a lot
Yeah,
of weight
yeah.
in. Yeah, I don't put a lot of weight in, I have to keep my job. No, like, motherfucker, the bills are going to be paid regardless. Like,
Yeah,
please.
I'm out.
I'm out, right? I think also like COVID has done a number on. I think this job did a number on me, like emotionally, and like what standards I'm willing to take from bosses and things.
Yeah.
And I think the thought of COVID and like the wisdom in quitting a job during COVID like was fucking me up, you know, because I was like struggling with it. I was like, I had even written it in my calendar, like December 1, I was supposed to send in my resignation, and I didn't. Only for a week later, like.
The universe is
The universe was like, all right, bitch. I see you not gonna do it. I think
I got you, boo.
know
I got you, boo.
where I'm about to go. So I don't know. I think I'm bad at dealing with rejection, even when I went to the rejection. Like when you're in an abusive relationship and you're like,
That's what I'm
maybe
like,
he'll
what
dump
the-
me today.
What's going on? You
Maybe
didn't
he'll
want this
dump
job,
me
lady.
Tomorrow.
It's like, no, but
I
I didn't
didn't.
want them to reject me.
Yeah, I need money. Don't reject me. You don't feel. Is that how men feel when babes are like Z? Is that why they're like, I didn't want you anyway?
Yeah, you have the same face.
Really?
I mean, you don't have to, but a lot of people feel the compulsion.
So this is also my question. Like, I feel like men are more geared towards rejection than babes.
Yeah, because we deal with it from a young age and consistently in our lives.
What is a young age? When babes are like,
The first
cooties.
time you ask a girl out, that was like 14 or whatever.
Did you first ask a girl out at 14?
I don't remember.
You weren't focusing on girls at 14.
Nah.
You were playing Suji basketball.
I tried, and then girls.
You tried?
Girls were dumb, and I was like,
You tried? Girls were dumb. This is
Yeah.
how you deal with rejection.
no,
Girls
girls
are
were dumb. Abby,
Ooh, bitter much.
you remember when we were talking about you see someone dating someone and you can see that this
It's
is
stupid.
a fucking
Dim what? Yeah.
girls are dumb.
Okay, so tell me about the first girl. Who you remember asking out?
I don't remember asking out many girls. 'Cause
Allah. But you have been in relationships. Like,
I
this
have.
must have started somewhere.
you must.
Uh-huh.
We'll proceed.
Okay. I can tell you about the first. Actually, I should be fine with this rejection. Let me tell you, I used to get rejected. My gosh. Okay, guys.
In Addis.
Yes. Let me tell you guys, I was the one who was always sending the Valentines, never receiving them, guys. Always without fail. I was those chicks who in novels have a male best friend that they're deeply in love with, never saying a thing, hanging out with the dude, talking to him for 2 hours on the phone on our 2 landlines. 577-840. That was my number, guys. I was in love. Let me tell you. Okay, also because, you know, like, my roots are deep in the church.
Yeah.
My Valentine's cards were elite.
Mm.
And they had Bible verses. Let me tell you
Whoa.
something. I'm
Whoa,
deeply
whoa, whoa.
acquainted with Song of Solomon. Chapter 8. Wes
All the nasty
Auchiel.
shit.
Yes. Chapter 8. Wes Auchiel. And it says, many rivers cannot quench love. And many oceans cannot wash it away. That was a Valentine's card I wrote to Mauli Afagbeji in 4th grade. I was 9 years old. I was in love. Wow. I never got a Valentine, guys. Never. I should be used to this rejection. I really should.
Listen, I think it goes even deeper than just a frequency of rejection. I feel like there's some genetics here because I don't know, even babes who have been rejected consistently still don't accept rejection as like the way a guy will be like brush it off and yeah, It's whatever.
But do guys really brush it off and say whatever? Do they really? Because
Some of them do.
I feel like, first of all,
You would
men
hope
have...
that you would, because it's like you deal with it a lot
Yeah.
as a human.
I feel like men have like deep-seated scars from not speaking and pretending to brush off rejection. Meanwhile, they're over here out here stabby babes because...
I don't mean brush off like act like it didn't happen. It's like
They
it
act like
happened,
didn't
but
happen. They act like
it
I didn't
happened,
even
but
want that chick. I was even
it happened,
joking.
but I wanted her. She didn't want me.
I don't.
But
feel like
that's
guys
okay.
say
It
that
doesn't
often.
affect my value as a human being. It's
No,
like
but you know how like guys are always like talking. How guys talk to chicks after like immediate visible
that's
rejection.
just ego being bruised.
You
And
know that immediate visible rejection.
The thing
in
is,
the club.
ego in men comes inbuilt. So people with little egos are just worked to not grow their egos because everybody else is just being fed bullshit. So by the time they're being rejected, it's like, nah, you know I'm the man, I'm this, I'm that, or whatever the
Oh, sorry, audience,
ego
you didn't
tells
hear that.
them.
I was rolling my eyes. Uh-huh.
Whatever the ego tells them, they believe. And so
Okay.
a rejection is much more difficult to deal with because you're not rooted in reality.
I think they're not.
Or
So
in
clearly,
your
I'm
own
also not
fantasy
rooted
world.
in reality. Clearly, in my fantasy world, I'm a fucking delight. No one can fire me. But here we are. Here
The
we are,
reality
contractless
is
and
different.
alone. Which is also fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it also gives me time to stop bitching about... I think I donated a significant amount of my time bitching
To-
about this
to-
job. Now I've been freed up to nap.
Your shoulders have been released
Hey,
from
man.
compulsory team building exercises.
Oh
how does that?
gosh.
What? Anyway,
I don't know. But you know what? I mean, the money was nice. I think also that was
It
part of
blinds
the
you,
reason.
Kidogo. It
It blinds you,
allows you.
Kidogo. And I really understand how
capitalism
people...
works.
Yeah, it does. I think like...
It's a very flawed system that is built to work.
And I understand like how you can get like really comfortable and really happy
Yeah.
having money every month. I was like, oh,
I can do things, plan.
I can plan?
What?
Whoa, this
Whoa.
is fascinating.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I can see how people fall into that rut, and obviously it's not
It's
a rut for
designed
everyone.
that way.
But it's not a rut for
designed.
everyone. Some people like prefer that. Like I'm sure people are like really dying right now during COVID, like
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
of having to not be in the office. Some
People are different.
Can do
People
that.
are very different. Yeah.
Yeah, but like that rut
Mm.
where you just slide into complacency and you're just like,
It's
all I
like-
have to do is attend meetings. Okay,
Yeah.
sour. You know?
For how much? Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, even
But you
though
know the
I don't
thing
know
is-
if any meetings were worth that
the
team
thing
building,
is-
my guy.
That's the thing. Is like you look back and you don't know if it was worth it, and also it's like how much are you gonna spend, or how much emotional and intellectual energy are you gonna spend determining whether something is worth it or not,
Yeah.
while your landlord is knocking on the door.
Yeah. There's a lot of
While
emotional-
Your bills are needing to be paid. It's
Okay,
like
why did they make
it's-
me-
It goes. It's like so blurry.
Yeah, because you spend a lot more time than what they're paying you for.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
I think so. Two things. I think like emotionally, jobs take a lot more from us than they pay you for, because you're like thinking
Absolutely.
about the job, convincing yourself.
But
to
that's
do the
how it
job,
works. That's how
waking up in the
capitalism
morning.
works.
Yeah.
It takes a fraction of the output that they want from you and pays you for that fraction,
As opposed to,
as opposed to paying for the whole.
and that was the second thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Like what people pay you as your hourly rate, what they're going to make off what
Of
you're doing.
what you're doing is
Like they're not paying
like
you
tenfold.
Like no one is really paying you what you're worth.
Exactly.
Same way, there's no way Bezos has done enough money,
Nah,
enough work in his life to earn that
nah.
much money. Like it's not.
Nope.
Like it's not ethical. Like no one is.
Nope.
No one deserves that amount of money. I'm
There's
sorry.
so many. You can Google these things, but there's so many absurd scenarios that people have postulated about. Even just the wealth of Bezos.
Yeah.
Like if you earn $100,000 a month, and you
For
earn it for
50
50 years,
you
still
still
not
won't
gonna,
make-
Yeah,
yeah.
you still won't make the money that this guy has, and no one
And his
can
profits have
convince
increased
me.
in a pandemic. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
That
like-
doesn't feel funny to him. Anyway, you know what? Yeah.
Hey, we're not here for that.
Yeah. But those are the two things I wanted
Yeah.
to say. Like, is the emotional trade toll, does it, I mean, nothing can really assist, but does it like help? You know how like people say when you get a salary, you kind of feel better about
Yeah.
the work that you're doing. And again, this isn't everyone, right? Some people are like my roommate, Kylie, is like, listen, I like things, I must work. Therefore, this
This dilemma.
what's it called? Not prevarication. What's the word I'm looking for? It's pontification. That's what I'm looking for. This pontification around ethics, wellness, cool story. But I want.
However,
Yeah.
things cost money.
Things cost money. You need money. Like realistically, like we don't live in an ideal world. It is what it is, right? And that's how Kylie is. Me, I'm for. Is this fair? What are we doing?
Is this ethical?
Why must we work so hard? Why do they want my blood, sweat, and tears? And I mean, honestly, the only way around that, I guess, is to work for yourself. But how are you also supposed to work for yourself in a country that is increasing taxes in a pandemic? Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah.
So,
Kenya. Wow.
basically, yes. In short, I lost my contract. I don't know how I feel about it. Rejection is a bitch. And we're drinking gin. I think
we're drinking gin.
I think that's the summary.
That's a good summary. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Have you remembered the first person you asked out? Okay, give me the last one that you remember that you asked out. And I mean,
the last one.
Yeah. And I want like a full story. Don't say a sentence like.
But you know the story.
So, do your listeners know the story?
They've probably heard it before.
Are you gonna say it anyway?
Why
are you being so difficult? What are we talking about? Oh, that was the last one.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the chick who either the chick you cooked for, or the chick you went with to Mama Rocks.
Mama Rocks was...
Yes, I know. Those are more recent than the one that you're saying.
So what? Wait, what was the question?
The rejection situations around.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yes.
Oh, correct.
You thought I wanted you to name names and ID numbers.
I was
like security guards.
Wondering. So wait, ask again.
Tell me the story. Huh? Do my number. Tell me the last time you asked out a babe and you were rejected, and how that story went. Here's a format. I met this babe. She was cute. Like, when you acting like
they're all cute. What do you mean? Why am in? Yeah, let's say the one for Mama Rocks. That was easy. So I met this babe. Went out.
I feel like I should tell this story.
Tell.
Okay, so what happened was... No, but now my voice will be too much in the podcast. My voice will be too much in the podcast. Okay, so he met this babe. He thought she was so cute.
Super cute.
She had a pretty face.
She does have a pretty face.
And a job.
And I mean, that's not so important.
It's kind of important. See, we've just said money is important and we don't
live
in an ideal world.
Money is important, but like for me, it's not important.
Okay.
It's important if you're trying to live in this
in
world.
the world? Yeah. What do you think we're gonna trade with? Dreadlocks? Like, what are you saying?
Smiles and hugs. Ideally, I have tons of those. I'd be a baller if that was the economy. I'd be balling out of control. Smiles and hugs, nigga. Wow. You can't touch me, man.
There's no inflation rate on that. I love it. Anyway, so she was cute. She was very smart.
She is.
And funny.
Yeah.
And, those nice things. Intelligent, smells nice, dresses nice. Those things. Nice packaging, things like that. And also, like, let's be honest, if you're trying to fuck, if the person has a house of their own, it's also very helpful. So, yay.
It's quite, yeah.
And so they met, and it was nice, and he was like, maybe I have a chance.
Maybe there's an opportunity.
And then you reached out where?
Where?
Did you reach out in person or in text? I don't know what you did.
I don't know either.
Okay, so he reached out somehow.
Yeah, we got in touch, and we were talking, and we were like,
oh, you were talking?
Hang out.
Oh, you were talking, and then you were like, let's hang out. Not let's hang out and talk. You were talking before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
There was vibes.
Because Onyi is a funny guy.
Buns and things.
So they went on one date.
Yeah. So we met up and went on a date at Mama Rocks. It was delicious burgers all round.
Which one did you have? Did you have the one you always have? Okay.
No. Because the last time I didn't have the fella something. What was the fella thing?
Fella super?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. The chicken one.
Nah, I don't have chicken when I go to burger restaurants.
I don't like the look on your face and the derision in your voice.
So, yeah, we had an interesting date, intellectual debates, banta, dumb shit, a good mix of everything. You try and be balanced in your approach.
I mean,
And I thought it went well. And then after that, it became
You asked
It-
out on a second date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yes. And then it was like beating around the bush for the second date.
Yeah, it was a lot of vagaries, and I'm like, hey, okay, cool. I'm not one to be
What are vagaries?
vagueness. I made up a word, but that's okay because I'm smart. If you were smart too,
I
you
was
could
trying
make
to
up
be
your
like,
own.
wow, have I lost my contract and my vocabulary? What word is that? But alas, a magician is trying to pull. Okay,
Guys,
carry
this is
on.
how Kenya operates. You gotta be confident in your bullshit.
It's true. You saw it took me a while to ask. Anyway, I have vagaries.
Amanda's continued with the whole sentence, and it's like,
No,
wait,
I was trying
wait,
not
wait.
to sound like an arrogant kid.
Wait.
So I was like, okay, let me.
What are those?
I don't know everything. I don't know all the words. Let me ask. Learn something new every day. Mm. Mm.
Anyway, yeah. So it became a dance that was unnecessary, and I'm like, why could you just not express yourself? Say not interested, or other words that people have.
Like, no, thanks.
Yeah,
But don't you think that some people think that rejection is now that, where if I dance around a conversation, see, now I've said no, so you read between the lines.
that's a bit basic and cowardly to me.
I mean, yeah, but people are cowards about stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm cowardly about some shit too.
Yeah, like it's hard to say. Also, people don't deal well with the truth, and therefore they assume that other people won't deal well with the truth.
Yeah,
So
the
they're like-
projection is real.
Yeah, so they're imagining like, guy, if I just say Z, I don't want to stop texting me.
A thing that I've encountered more even is the general fear that women have towards men,
Yes.
because if you say no, some shit could go wrong. Some
Yes.
shit could happen.
Which brings me back to what I was saying earlier in the episode. I was just like, sometimes when women say no, the reaction from men makes it sound like they are actually not good at rejection.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, those things were as in from a kange being like, Sasa I'm super, and then you ignore, and then he's like, Utatombwa too. I'm just like, that was like a real leap from, you
Yeah,
know,
from-
or like when guys
from
are like,
the
I didn't
pleasantries.
want you anyway, or like when guys go to their boys and lie about them, like, I fucked her last week, or, you know, like, it's very not good at rejection at all. So I think fear also plays into it a lot. But
Yeah.
how come men are scared of that? Sorry, finish your story and then
How
I'll
come
ask
the
you.
men are scared of what?
How come men are, like, men don't have a reason to be scared of women? Like, men...
Yeah.
Excuse me. Not corona. Men, like, don't have to be scared of a babe going utatombwa too, or blah, blah, blah. They don't have to be scared of that. So why don't they just say, I want out of this relationship, instead of avoiding them for 3 weeks until she tries to call you and then she finds out that you've moved and you were actually... Anyway. Why don't men just say...
The moral of the story
The moral
is
of the story.
people need to talk, communicate openly.
But why are you
It's
a coward
so much
sometimes?
better. Huh?
Why are you a coward sometimes?
Because sometimes it's easier
Yeah, to ghost. Or...
to be a coward than to, because some of these concepts they're romanticized so much that it takes away from the reality of the situation. It's like, yeah, you could be honest with someone, but this person could be mentally unstable for whatever reason,
That's true.
and your honesty will impact them a certain way, and the reaction will come out a certain way, and you can deal with it.
And like
But it's just like,
destabilize them.
Do you
or-
have that energy at the time? Are you trying to do all that work to deal with this person losing their shit? And you're like, nah. So I'm just gonna say
have them
something that
stalk you,
will
come
make
to
you
your
calm
house.
down and leave me alone.
I get that.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think I've been like very harsh with ghosters before. Sorry, Kemori. But like,
It's a natural reaction.
honestly,
Like
like-
some interactions are just difficult, and
Yeah.
you don't know how to deal with them. So it's like, it's not ideal, but I understand why you would do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we say like, if you're doing adult things, expect adult
Yeah.
consequences. Like
But
if you're having adult
just
sex,
just because you're expecting something, that
Doesn't
mean
mean
you can't
it's easier to
blindside
deal
you.
with.
That
Yeah.
mean you don't struggle to deal with it.
it's true.
It's still the thing.
It's still
The thing is still the thing.
Guys, how do you guys deal with rejection, whether from jobs or exes or I don't know, when you're in a restaurant and the card machine rejects your card? Guys, I think that's so... What? Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't even know who I'm being embarrassed for. The machine, the bank, the waiter. I don't know, but that shit, woo! How do you guys deal with rejection on a superficial and deeper level? Let us know.
Let us know.
As my contract has ended, I am officially opening my M-Pesa. Text me. Send money.
Send money.
We're saving up for travel next year because I must live my best semi-jobless life. Y'all don't even know. I'm ready for what the future will bring.
No.
32 is a year of abundance. I need to start fundraising for my birthday next year. Shit. Yes, let us know in the comments. Thanks for listening.
Deuces.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for subscribing. Follow us on Why Do We Do It everywhere. /Onyi on Instagram. /Abigail Arunga on Instagram. See you later.
See you later.
Whoop, whoop.